I think I got you by 3 inches.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
This channel and its content are purely for entertainment. If you happen to learn something, awesome. I'm not a professional mechanic, fabricator, HVAC tech, contractor, chef, etc. Take my advice loosely and use it if you like and agree. Otherwise, do it your way. Enjoy the video. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a mini split install, actually a couple of them. At least we're going to start the process. First we're going to do some electrical, and then we'll be putting in an inside unit and some outside units. If you don't know what a mini split is, it's basically a small version of a heat pump and air conditioner all combined with a single indoor unit and an outdoor unit. They make DIY kits. Today we're going to be doing some Mr. Cool units, and those are basically all set up for the average homeowner or somebody that's fairly technical to be able to put them in. And so we're going to do a couple of those units here today. Anytime you're working with electrical, you want to check and make sure your breaker panels or your breakers are off at your breaker panel. So we got a couple of 20 amp breakers here and they are turned off. So we should be good to go work on some electrical. Got a Mr. Cool 12K DIY kit. And we are looking for the template because there should be a template to put up on the wall to do the inside unit.
Nope.
Oh, psych.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. All right. Yeah, that's our line set. So pre-installed line set comes with these, and that's what makes this DIY is these fittings are set up to be able to just screw together and release the Freon in from the outdoor unit. This is our drain hose. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. There should be another box.
There is. The air in our box.
That's where it is. That's where it is. What we were looking for was a template that we used to mark the indoor unit, and more on here. We're opening the outside unit box and it's not in there because it's on the inside unit. We will get that and we will move on. This will give us an opportunity to take this outside and set it close to where we're going to be mounting it though. Okay, so there's our inside unit box, and that's where we're going to find the template for the inside and the actual indoor unit that mounts on the wall. Hey, Turner time. Are you sure the inside unit's on the inside box with the inside template? Is it on the inside? Moron.
On the very bottom.
Of course it is. All right. That is what we're looking for. Oh, like this. Yeah. So basically they give you this pre-drawn out cardboard template so that you can put this up on your wall and mount your screw hole or poke your screw holes through so you know where to drill, and then you're going to end up with a 3.5 inch hole where the line sets are going to go through the drywall or whatever your wall board is. In our case, we're actually going through 2 walls. We're going to go into a cavity wall, then we're going to be bringing it down, and then we're going to have another hole that goes out to the outside. So, but we just wanted to get an idea in here. So somewhere on this wall is where we're going, right there. First thing we did is get our cardboard template up there so we can figure out where we're going to be drilling our holes, and we're going to do some test holes and just make sure. It's the definition of sketchy.
Yeah, it is for sure. That seems easy. Seems sound. What's this called? Isn't this called parkour or something?
Yep, that's it. Parkour.
Parkour, baby.
Parkour! Yeah! Parkour.
Here's the drill.
Did you bring the drill?
It's behind me.
Oh no.
It's behind me.
I can.
Got it.
Get in there. All right.
Don't drop the drill.
Drop the drill.
Set it here on my chest because nothing that can get down from here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The thing came out. Man, I think I'm going to get like black lung in here or something.
Going splunking. We're taking video.
Yeah, well. You too can fit in here, I'm telling you.
To give a perspective here. That's the hole we're going through. It ain't big. It's not that big.
That's what she said.
It's only about 1.5 feet wide. So we've got an outside wall and a block wall that we're going in between. This is the fun part. Okay, so we got our bracket mounted to the wall. We've got a hole in the wall, through another wall, through another wall. So I think we've got our line set hole. Now we're going to take the inside unit and run the power cable, signal cable, whatever you want to call it, through there first. And then our line set, we've just folded it over to make it go straight out the right-hand side, put some tape on that, making sure we keep the drain on the bottom. And then our line set ends are there, they'll come out the other side, and that's where we'll connect it on the other side of the wall. Make sure. Okay. Now, how do you want to do this? You want to back up and get straight on with it, and I'll run the line set through it? Yep. And this, and try to keep it as close together as I can. One thing you'll notice here is that we didn't use the included sleeve to go through this wall with the line set. Obviously, we were going through a unique situation where we had actually 3 walls to get through before we got to the cavity, and then finally the outside wall down on the bottom. We wanted to use our sleeve outside. You could certainly use a piece of PVC pipe or something like that in this situation. We didn't have that in this case, but it certainly would be a possibility. Hold on. Should be real close right there. Where it's,
Is it on the top, both of them?
it's on the top.
Shit.
And there it is.
Shook me.
Woo! This part should be really easy, but we did struggle a little bit. We didn't quite get the top lined up exactly right, and when we snapped it down the first time, it caught on one of the bottom clips, but not the other. That was a little bit difficult to get unsnapped and then get it back up to where we could line it back up and snap it down. So, should be very simple, but make sure you got your top lined up good before you try to hit the final snap down on the bottom.
Okay.
Go. And this is the mini split dance.
This is the approved method, baby.
The mini split dance.
This is the approved method, baby.
The mini split dance.
This is the approved method, baby. All right. See what you think.
All right, let's check it out. So we're back out here, day 2, working on the mini split, first one here, and right now we're just trying to level up a pad just so we can put the exterior unit on there. Already mounted the disconnect box on the side and pulled the electrical wire through there. I'll show you a little bit more about that in a little bit, but let's see here. A little rocking side to side, isn't it?
It is.
So maybe a little bit more there.
Okay.
The mini split shuffle, is that what it's called?
It is.
Okay.
All right. See what you think.
All right, so let's check it out again. Oh yeah.
Better?
I think it's good. I mean, it might settle. Okay, so all that dancing was purely just for entertainment purposes because we ended up shifting these around and ended up going with anchors. So here's an explanation of that. Okay, so we decided that we wanted to put some anchors down in these concrete blocks. So we got some of these wedge anchors, 3/8 by 2 1/4. Basically, you just drill a 3/8 hole into your concrete, tap these things down in there, and then with a washer and a nut, they bolt down. So we're gonna put these 4 in, and then we're gonna set the unit down on top of that. Where it's supposed to. Just a hair off over here. What are we over there?
Yeah, that's right.
We're not going to do it right now because it's going to be in the way.
Oh, that's right.
So we got it set. This is where we're going with it. It's not going to move from here, so we can take it back off and then.
Do you want to set it over there out of the way?
Yeah, we'll put it completely out of our way here.
Better get a camera shot of that.
It's on right now, except for you're standing in front of it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I want to say, hey, you cut it before you put it back in.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to. It's definitely advisable to slide your sleeve through, mark it, take it out, and cut it with the proper tool, and then put it back in. Unfortunately, because we had to crawl into that space to do it, and it got stuck in the hole and was very difficult to get out, we chose to just cut it with a knife. We got the hole, and we got the sleeve cut, and we got the fitting on there. We'll probably have to put a little caulking or something to hold that on there tight because it's kind of a loose fit. After we get the cables through there, we'll worry about that. So we simply used a couple of construction screws just to attach the box to the stud on the other side of that wall, and then we just drilled like a 3/8 inch hole for our power to come through there. Wasn't necessarily something that had to be specifically like real watertight because that's just a cavity area. Okay, so our lines go to the center and our loads go on the outside, just verifying with the instructions that that's how they're wired. And then basically, this is a non-fusible disconnect box, so you just got this little contact thing that if you put it in like this, it's off, which means contacts aren't touching. Put it in like this, and it's on. So you can pull this out completely or just flip it upside down when you want to service the outside unit without having to shut the breaker off. We got the other hole drilled here for our line set. Of course, we got our electrical disconnect box here with our watertight fitting. Now we just need to get our other sleeve, the other part of it looks like this for the other one, get it shoved that through from the inside and then put the cap on it out here, and we'll be ready to run line sets through. And then we've got to run our electrical whips between there and these outdoor units. I'm going to do this one first to get out of our way here, not have this thing trying to be right in my way while I'm sitting down here trying to work on that. So we're going to try to get this first unit running and we'll go from there. And she's running. We sort of made a boo-boo and forgot to put this on this guy over here before we ran our line set through and connected. So now we're going to cut this so we can put this sleeve around it. So no big deal, but got the whip connected over there for the power and the flexible lines. We got our lines connected down here. Literally all you had to do was line them up and screw them in together and make sure they were torqued down, and then we're going to still have to cover these line sets up here and put the little cover on down there. And then you just simply put an Allen head, I think it was a 5mm Allen head, down in the holes down there, down on the valves down there at the bottom. It releases the Freon into the system, and then you're good to go. We're just testing the unit out right now. We still got to do the final buttoning up. We still got to fix this. We got to tidy up the wires and inside the cavity there, which is a royal pain in the butt. And then we'll be able to call this one complete, and then we'll be able to move on to this guy over here, which we basically got ready to go. We just got to get everything out of the way and get the line set ran from upstairs and get it down here and finish the electrical and get it ran through the hole and get it plugged in and working. So far so good. No real gotchas, other than they don't really tell you in any of the videos and anything you watch. I'm going to tell you right now, logistically, some of this line set work and working through odd places, especially if it doesn't come directly outside like this one, was a royal pain in the butt. Food for thought. It's going to take longer than they tell you on the videos. If they say you can do it in 3 hours, we're working on ours on day 3. So a lot of logistics here to work out, but we're getting there. Okay, so got the other line set ran. That one wasn't nearly as bad to get out here because we have an attic space up there that we can get to and just drop it down and through another hole. We got this line set, we got it ran up to the attic. It's not connected to the inside unit yet, but it's right there. So we're ready to connect up the other part. We're going to probably come back tomorrow and finish up the electric here. Go ahead and connect these line sets together and see if we can't button this one up and fire it up. Unit number 1 is complete. We got it wrapped up. It's installed up here. Got the heat on 75. It's blowing warm air. These Mr. Cool units, they come with a nice remote that's a wireless thermostat effectively. It's actually an IR remote, but this one can be mounted on the wall within proximity of this, and so this is much like basically just a wireless thermostat. It also comes with the regular handheld remote control, which is nice. And then of course this comes with a Wi-Fi connection. You can see the Wi-Fi symbol up there, if it's not blinking too much because it's LED. This thing has a little Wi-Fi dongle, and you're able to control it with your phone with an app as well. It was definitely a challenge to get through 2 exterior walls, and actually we had to go through like 12 inches of 3 walls to get out of this space. So we're getting our holes cut and our line sets run. This is our 3rd day. We probably got a total of, I don't know, maybe 10 hours in this so far for 2 units. We're going to finish it up tomorrow night, hopefully in about 2 or 3 hours. So we probably have maybe, I don't know, 13 hours in this total for 2 units in a pretty difficult situation to run it. If you're a DIY kind of person, it's absolutely, not a bad install. The line sets go together really nice. You don't have to have any special, vacuums or special tools or anything. Once connected and put it together, everything just started working. So pretty happy with that. And just show you the space here. This is an apartment, a little one room apartment. So this is the 12,000 unit, if I didn't mention that early in the video. So, pretty small area here. Basically just an open concept, 1 room, mini kitchen, bathroom, small closet. I'm not sure exactly what the square footage here is, but this 12K unit should be more than enough to heat and cool. As a matter of fact, we've got the heat on and it is warm in here already. And so I don't think it's going to be any problem keeping this thing very effectively cooled and heated. We will come back tomorrow and do unit number 2, and I will show you some footage of that. And so we'll see you then. We're in the attic space, heading all the way down there to that window. Long ways to get here. That may not look like it on camera, but I don't know, it's probably maybe about 40 feet. On your knees. A little bit of a trek for an old fat guy. So here's what we got going on. We're coming through the wall here in this bedroom upstairs with our line set. We've got it stubbed out here, and we got the other component, the other line set, drug up here through a hole. It's going down through the airspace between the two, between the garage block wall and the outer wall there. The little space we've been trying to work in there. So this one wasn't too bad because we were able to just drill a hole right down here and just bring it right up. So now we got to get these connected. All right, now we're going to connect our outside line sets to the unit itself. right, now that we got the line sets connected out here, we're going to release the Freon by using this 5mm hex wrench to loosen up these nuts all the way inside here, and then we're going to pressure check it for leaks.
No problem with it pressurizing?
I heard it. Just checking it with a little bit of soapy water just to see if it's going to bubble up. It looks good on this side, so now I got to crawl back in the attic and do it. Alright, so we got the line set checked for leaks, and we're going to bundle this up here in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and hook the electric up and test it first. Okay, so from the inside unit, three power wires and then a ground wire. This is all signaling ground for the inside unit. And it's color coded, and they show you exactly red goes on the left, white goes in the center here, 1, 2, and 3, black on the number 3, and then your green ground, of course, goes on the ground screw over here. It's got a little watertight connector, press in fit on this side, screws in on this side for the box or the plate on this. Little flexible conduit here. Go from here.
So as you can see right here, we've got a straight through connection for the flexible liquid tight conduit on the other side. And turns out we had the wrong size for that. So we ended up swapping that out for one of the other 90-degree angle ones that we had.
Okay, we got some 12 gauge wire we're going to run through this conduit, connect it up to the load side of this disconnect box. I recommend running it in the conduit first and then putting the ends through these connectors, because it's just a little bit hard to push through sometimes. Then we got our load, our neutral, and our ground coming in from the box here, and those are labeled down here L, N, and there's a ground, so all we got to do is strip those off and plug those in.
If you didn't have it turned off, would you recommend wetting your fingers before you grab that wire?
Absolutely, wet your fingers.
You wouldn't want it to get stuck. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you mentioned it already, but the disconnects don't come with it, so
Yeah, that's
everything comes complete that you need except the disconnect. So this step right here is the
That's right.
extra.
So this and this did not come with any of this. The wire that's inside this box, the wire of course going to your electrical breaker, that doesn't come with it. Everything else you see here comes with it.
And here's a little better close-up of the wiring in the disconnect box. You'll see that the inside wiring coming from your breaker box goes to the two middle connectors, your black and your white, and then the two outside connectors are for the load side, which goes out to the outdoor unit, and then you've got your ground wires on a ground lug that's attached to the box itself.
How are we looking?
I don't know, I was busy dropping all my tools out of that bag and picking them up.
That might be good to point out from a troubleshooting. You know, last night it was just a little loose.
Well, the key is put the actual disconnect in first and then put your little plastic thing on there instead of the other way around. For some reason it doesn't want to come out easily if you don't take this off first. All right, go ahead and hit the breaker. All right, that's a good sign. We have power. Got the little wall mount. You doing two-fisted here? You two-handed remotes like one?
No, I was gonna
hand,
set
or?
them down here.
Okay.
Gonna get my phone.
Well, here's our regular remote that comes with it. Handheld again. Again, nice little wall mount unit that's basically an infrared remote. We got air blowing, so that's a good sign. Somewhat cool air. So that's starting to cool down. Important tool for the job here is a full-size pack of saltines.
That's right. You can never go wrong.
That right
Saltines.
there, that is a requirement for this job. Oh, yep. So take a look here. So he's got the 2 devices now installed. He's got his garage one out there, which is the apartment, and then the bedroom, which he just installed. So pretty simple installation. You just do a Wi-Fi direct connection to it, and then it basically hops onto your Wi-Fi, much like a lot of things. And then you're controlling it 3 different ways. One from the remote that goes on the wall, one that's you can handheld, and then the one on the app. You look good on that on that bed, by the way.
Thank you.
With your squishy pig.
Squishmallow collection that everybody should have.
Yeah,
so.
well, we have them. Yeah, a large collection.
You don't have them like this, Jack. Come on now. We're all about it.
You haven't seen my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just one thing to note is the app did do a firmware upgrade, it looks like, to at least this unit. Not sure if it did to both of them at the same time or what, but I guess it's completed now?
Yes.
Okay. We still have control with the remotes or looks like you're controlling it with that now, right?
I can. So we're going to do the heat test.
Might as well test it. We got cold air coming out, so let's see if we get heat.
Heat. Because that's what we need today.
Yeah, because it's already warm up here.
79 degrees here. Let's see what happens.
And just to show, this is what we're replacing over here, right?
Yes.
This unit here is what he was attempting to cool the place with, I guess.
It's a 12,000 BTU LG portable air conditioner with a duct kit.
Yeah. Now,
it works.
That doesn't have any heat, but that's air conditioner.
Right.
Accessories,
It works fine, but
it's cumbersome.
You have to have the window open. You don't get a good seal in that, and you always lose a little bit.
Yeah. So this is a much nicer solution. Okay. So I don't know if you can hear or see it, but this one's actually running now. Fan's going. It's really quiet, as they are. And so that's pretty much going to do it. We're going to wrap this line set up with the UV tape that comes with it. It's got a white roll, and then tape it up with some white masking tape to make it look good. We're going to do the same on that one, just to cover up the black tape we used last night. And we're going to just pick up our mess, and we're going to be good. So that's going to do it. The units both seem to be working just fine. We've tested heat and cool, and we'll get our mess cleaned up and tidy up a few things, and we'll be good to go. So just want to thank everybody for watching again, and appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please like this, comment. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later.
You can see from this picture that the kit also comes with some clay-like substance that you can stick inside the hole where you pull your line sets out, and that just keeps critters and other things from getting in the hole.
Right here, this is where it all started.
That's right.
This was not long enough. I just want to mention David how proud he was of his bit.
I had a long bit, long enough for any job.
Except to get through 3 walls in a garage turned into an apartment. Wasn't quite long enough. I just had to one-up him. I had a little bit longer bit than him. I just want to make note of that.
He told me that. Yes, it's always something.
I think I got you by 3 inches.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it. Now we're cooking with Crisco, finally.
Oh. Do you think it's the black side, huh?
I don't know. Yes.
Oh, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it, baby.